Logan, bro, why you be looking at my computer when I'm trying to set the show vibe?
Bro, you had it pointed at me.
I'm trying to give a surprise, get us in the right mood. The pod intro music is very important. You know, I take pride in bringing the mood up. Again, you can't be cheating and looking at the sauce, man.
I'm not, bro. I listen, bro. I'll just act like I ain't see it. I act like I ain't see it.
See me. That's why you all up in
It's been long, bro. It's been too long, bro. You had the camera, man. If you don't want nobody to see some shit, don't show it to them. Why would you show me this shit if I can't have it then?
Hey, mic check, 1 2 1 2. We here, goddammit. You already know what's going on. Welcome back to the Writer's Block Podcast with Bobby Brown Jr. I am your beautiful, handsome, narcissistic, hard-working, driven, successful, future star of a host and funny as hell. I can't forget that. That's also important. That's the most important at the end of that. Host Bobby Brown Jr. And I got some very special guests in the building. All right, to my right, you know, all right, I got my guy, evil, treacherous little twin, Logan in the building. LDB, the illest producer. Oh, why are you pointing at your feet? Because
I got shoes on. I got real shoes on today for the people that don't fuck with the Crocs, man.
Yo,
I got real shoes today.
Shout out to Erica, all right, for getting my dog Logan to finally wear some shoes on the show.
I just came straight from work.
He only wears Crocs with no fucking socks on the episode. And,
I be chilling. I'm comfortable.
The people watching hate it. They
hate that shit.
Yeah. She called it out. She was like, "It makes me so upset."
That's how I live at home.
She got him right. Listen,
it's the hat that's sending me, Logan. That shit is just.
I got a bit open.
This nigga is definitely dressed like a Pokemon safari catcher right now.
That's hard, nigga. I'm trying to be like a. What you mean?
Nigga place his hat on his head. He ain't put it on place.
Yeah, I'm on my tip shit, bro. I'm out there sideways.
My guy,
fuck you talking about?
My guy, Jerry the Great,
yes, sir.
In the building once again. All right, Jerry the Great of the Dignified Delinquents. If you haven't heard about it, you've been sleeping somewhere, man. How are you doing, Jerry? What's going on?
Thank you for having me,
It's been so long since I've seen my friends. This is the first episode. We've been away for a fucking minute, but it's because I've been traveling and doing all this stuff. How are y'all, man?
What, you know you was at war? Nigga, sound like you'd have been out the country.
I was fighting for my life, man.
I've been around the globe.
You know, honestly, I definitely feel like a little baddie, man. Being around, traveling, flying around.
Yeah.
All right, you know, it's me.
Bobby got flued out.
I flew out by myself, nigga.
I feel so inappropriate trying to say some thinking of jokes, bro, with all this Christian memorabilia and paraphernalia around me. Like there's certain shit I feel like
I was about to do a spit
I can't say it, bro.
I saw my mama rug and she was gonna be like, spit on the rug.
Bobby got us.
Listen, audience, we are not coming to you live from the best comedy club inside a hotel in the world right now. But shout out to my partners over at the Comedy Zone. They have a show tonight called Two Dykes.
Oh, wow.
I don't know any more information.
That's what it's called, guys, by the way. For people that want to be offended, that's the title.
If you go and look on the website, that's what it is.
That ain't what Bobby calling them. That's
what they call. That's what they calling themselves.
Yeah.
I think that's the proper term nowadays. Yeah.
They
right.
Yeah.
Bobby got us doing this podcast in the Sunday school room. This is amazing.
Well, listen, man. This I have had the time of my life over the last week. We haven't recorded a podcast in so long. All right, and I feel like when you miss at least, I feel like I've only been gone for like 4 or 5 days, but I feel like we've missed.
I feel like we missed a lot.
Why do I feel like we've missed so much time?
I don't know, bro. I literally got here. I was like, damn, did I have how many episodes have we missed? Like, how many episodes have we not recorded? It's literally just been one. Like, we just didn't record Sunday.
Hey, shout out to the little homies out there, man, who be on Logan ass mad that we don't record the podcast.
My little brother would be like, so no episode today? I'm like, nah, bro. He's like, man, what the fuck, bro?
Hey,
so
that's how I know we getting somewhere, bro.
Yeah, I get texts all the time from my friends and family, like, no episode? I'm
Listen,
like,
man, if y'all hook us up with somebody to edit the podcast while I travel and do these damn shows,
talk your shit,
try to get the numbers up, then
put your email in the videos.
Matter of fact, just go subscribe at the link in the bio and help us podcast out. You can give us $3, $5, $8, $10 a month, or any type of donation at the links in the bio. And we take Venmo and Cash App, you know,
like,
and
comment,
EBT. So yeah, help us out, and we'll get somewhere. But we are back, goddammit, and I'm so happy. But we got to turn up a little bit. We got to set a little vibe before we do the episode because I'm feeling goddamn hyped today. So I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody in their cars right now. We rock with you. I'm letting this rock, so just turn this up. We vibing. Best part in the world. Notorious B.O.B. back in the building. It felt quiet out there when we ain't record. We back down, niggas. Big steppers. Shout out to the ladies. And if you could do it better than me, then you do it. Yeah! Come on, Yeezy.
Nigga, you are definitely a Florida DJ.
I ain't heard but 5 seconds of the fucking song. I thought that nigga was from Kingston. I go take it away. That nigga from the islands where I ain't heard no second of that.
I'm trying to sneak and get the audio so I can hear what the fuck the song is.
This nigga.
You know what's great? All right, hey, listen. I just had to turn up, but I got one more for y'all, and I'll let this play. How about that? I'll let this play, and then we can get into what we got to get into, man. For sure. Hey, fresh off the plane, we back, baby. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna say nothing? You thought I wasn't gonna talk my shit? Hey!
Nah, bruh.
We got a wide demographic out there. This for y'all out there.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm doing the air horns because this is the funnest thing in the world. I miss doing the air horns. I'm hitting all the buttons because I miss just hitting buttons.
This nigga is a Florida DJ for real. The notorious B.O.B.
Is that crazy? Yeah, that's me.
This nigga air horn Miley Cyrus.
Jr., we back.
This nigga air horn Miley Cyrus.
Hold on, B.O.B. Play that back. Play that back.
Oh, man. Guys, I just had the show of my motherfucking life. The best time in my damn career. I feel like every single moment that I've ever been working towards for comedy, like so far, it was all, it worked out.
Yeah.
It was the craziest thing ever. I performed, if you don't know, you should. Thanks for listening to this, but why you ain't caught up with me, motherfucker? I just did the first impression show at Chocolate Sundaes at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. Hey, thanks, fellas. You gonna clap?
Absolutely. That's huge, man. That's big as hell. For the ones who don't know like comedy and like the history of Chocolate Sundaes and the Laugh Factory, like how big is that?
The Laugh Factory is huge, bro. Chocolate Sundaes is the premier. I don't want to say urban because I think it's one of the premier comedy shows of all time. But it is a black comedy show.
For sure.
So how would you say? Like, is it? I feel like it's okay to say it in this instance.
Urban show.
It's black. I don't like the word urban.
Yeah, but I mean, there are all
urban
kinds
is like hard R coded.
Yeah,
really? Okay.
Yeah, that's what white people call us. Urban.
The urban community. Yeah,
urban.
You're right.
You're right. So they can put Latinos and Latinx people with us too.
Well, it's like the. I think I've been watching this show forever. It's the most important comedy show in black comedy.
Easily.
We don't have none of that. We don't have any of the old shows anymore, like Def Jam and all that stuff that's like televised. I wish Chocolate Sundaes was like televised,
right?
Even though they have their own thing on YouTube or anything, like that's the new age thing today. But it was a big fucking deal, man, and it was crazy being in Hollywood at the Laugh Factory because not only did I get to do first impressions, bro, and I know this is supposed to be about me, I got to watch some legendary comics who I did not know were going to be there. I performed on the same show as Donnell Rawlings and Tony Baker.
Yeah, that's big.
That's huge.
Bruh, like Donnell was the headliner. Had no idea. I had no idea. Wow. Tony Baker. So after I did first impressions, I'm getting up. I'm calming my nerves down, and I'll jump in front, to give you all the story earlier anyway. But this is just the moment when I got off stage, bro. My heart was beating so fucking loud, dude, and I was like, oh my god. Like, that was insane. And then Tony Baker walks into the club, and I dap up Tony Baker. He didn't see my set, but I introduced myself. Like, because I'm like, oh shit, this is Tony. I just met Tony Baker. I didn't even care about me anymore for a second. I didn't even give a fuck what I just did.
Yeah,
I was like, Tony Baker's on this show. If you don't, I got to literally like accomplish a huge step in my comedy career, having a great fucking set. If you didn't know, I had a great set. It was funny. And I succeeded. I got a graduation spot, so I will be going back to do a graduation spot.
Yes, sir. I was waiting to know if you got a spot or not.
I'm gonna give you all the meat and potatoes early. I'm not gonna bury the lead. I'm not gonna bury the lead, man. I'm here to fucking pod. I'm here to talk. I'm not gonna bury it. People want to hear. People want to know.
Damn.
So now it's just about waiting my turn, getting my shit ready again for that. But with that being said, we could jump to anywhere in the front of the story. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'll answer any questions. You know what's crazy? I wish I would have showed y'all the video,
the clip before
we started the podcast. And usually I don't do this, but I think for the sake of it right now, I'm going to show y'all the video.
Okay.
So we can do the episode.
But you going to pause and come back? Okay.
Yeah. We'll be right back. If you want to watch this, subscribe to the links in the bio, and I'll shoot you over the clip, All right, audience, we are back. All right, fellas. Y'all just watched the set.
Good shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was fine.
First of all, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's crazy, bro. I've been out here worried about doing like 20 minutes and 30 minutes, and that was I did all like it was only a 3-minute spot. Like the show that I was on, First Impressions, is a 3-minute spot. So now I'll tell y'all the story of it. But yeah, so imagine fucking me. I'm all my time out here for like 2 years worried about, damn, I need 30 minutes of comedy.
Right.
Because I'm doing 30-minute sets and shit out here, but the biggest thing that I've done so far in my career is 3 minutes. And the crazy part was, bro, up there for 3 minutes, that shit felt like I was up there for a whole hour, dog. Mm-hmm. Like I can still feel that shit right now. Like, I can look and see it now. Yeah. It was crazy.
It's levels to this shit.
That's an experience.
Yeah, I definitely think I went up a new level, bro.
It's really levels. Bro. That's just proof.
But let me see. Where do I even want to start with this thing, man? How do I?
It's a nice ass resume builder too. Now you gotta put that on your shit. I performed Chocolate Sundaes.
I told that nigga he posted that picture on his story of him in front of the Laugh Factory signs. Like, nigga, you need to make that your Abby. Nigga, you need niggas to know that he was there when they put on your
trying to do it to him until my dog said do it to him.
That's how you gotta introduce yourself. And now Bobby Brown Jr. from the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, come on, bro.
But yeah, man. So like. But that's what I'm saying. When you say Chocolate Sundaes, First Impressions is a part of Chocolate Sundaes, but it's like the show before the show.
Right. But you still there.
It's Chocolate Sundaes adjacent. For sure.
The backdrop the same.
You the nuts on the Sunday.
Yeah. Basically, every comedian, you go up there, you start, you figure it out, and you can tell when the show about to start because the nigga come up and say, "All right, now y'all ready for the real show?" And then you got to be like, "All
right, for sure."
Shout out to BT Kingsley. BT Kingsley was the host.
Okay.
And he goes, all right, now y'all ready for the real show to get started? And he was like, "No, that's the real show before, but that's like, and then we got I was all right." But everyone else was thinking this is the biggest thing in the world, and I'm like, yo, I just did 3 minutes. Like I'm like the bottom of the barrel here. Like nobody knows who I am. Right. I'm like starting completely from zero. Like I don't matter here currently.
Yeah. But you know how many niggas trying to get to what you just did?
Yeah, a lot of niggas are looking for 3 minutes.
On that stage.
And wait 3 years. Sign up. Wait your 3 years. Do that time, nigga.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm saying that's huge though, because you signed up 3 years ago?
Yes. Thankfully, I had a different path.
Okay.
I stalked everybody who worked there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. This is how I got this. I stalked everybody who worked there, and I ended up just following them on Instagram. None of them followed me back.
Yeah.
First of all, but I wasn't there for that. You know what I mean? Some of them do video editings for the Chocolate Sundaes, and I'm like, okay, I like how this clip looks. Let me try to make my clips look like this.
Yeah.
I didn't succeed in what I was doing then, but I started the connection with the person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the same thing will happen with Lonnie. Shout out to Lonnie. She was the booker of Chocolate Sundaes, and pretty much like, first of all, she didn't even know who I was. That's the craziest part. Like, even after I met her, I introduced myself, And then like she sent me a voicemail on Instagram literally yesterday while I was serving tables at work because she was looking back at the video. And she was like, "Oh my God, you're the Bobby from Instagram? Why didn't you? You must have thought I was so cold. Why didn't you tell me that was you? I would have talked to you for so much longer." Like, because after I got on stage, like she found me later on. She came up, she was like, "Hey, you had a really great set. That was so funny." But you know, she was handling her business, so I wasn't even like trying to be all up in her space or anything because I seen you a booker of the Laugh Factory in Hollywood here. Yeah. Everybody's here talking to you. Donnell Rollins just walked in, and nothing else I say matters anymore.
Yeah,
you know, that's how my mindset was, right? And it's great. Like so. I'll play all the voicemail later, but I thought that was so funny. So yeah, I originally got a date for 2024 or 2025. I think one of those two. But I was just following the content they do. You know, every now and then I'd swipe up, make a joke to one of the stories that they would make or the podcast, and I ended up just put myself in position to seize a moment. Sorry, Logan. Somebody.
This nigga's touched my leg 5 times.
Caress Logan.
We here. But yeah, and I got moved up to February 2023. So I waited about a year. I'll say that. I waited a year. But
you put the work in, though. That's the thing. You put the networking work in. That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of people will do it and wait they 3 years like they're supposed to or whatever you're supposed to. Yeah. But you know, nigga, Big Sean was outside of fucking the studios outside freestyling.
Big Sean?
I'm saying this is the most recent example.
I'm a much better rapper than Big Sean. Nigga, don't you ever do that.
I'm just saying he was at the studios where rappers would record shit and he would be there freestyling in front of the shit all day. Yeah. And then they told the nigga to come in the studio. That's the shit that you basically equivalently of doing.
Thank you. I did go out. I had butterflies in my stomach the whole time, bro. I have never had that much performance anxiety in my life, dog. I really couldn't I didn't know how to I was thinking about way too much all week. The whole time I was out there, bro. I was just in my head like, okay, this shit is like I'm gonna fucking kill this, bro. And I was like a crazy person, bro. I would go out there at like 2 a.m. I was just sitting outside writing my jokes, writing my jokes, little 3-minute over and over again until like 5 a.m. listening to my sets. Just watching the sign change and put all the marquee and shit up there. And the coolest part was, man. Well, am I done with my part of it? Because I'll still circle back to me. We all here. It's gonna be a full story. The first time, originally when I got there, I wasn't going to go to the Laugh Factory until the day Sunday. I was like, no, I'm not going to go. I'm just going to go Sunday. I'm going to do my thing. And then I was like, I got to go see this.
Yeah, you got to go see it.
I think I would have been way too starstruck if I went the day of, and because I was practically throwing up inside, bro. You know, I looked cool, calm, and collected in the video, and I'm losing my mind inside my body, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I started hearing people laugh, I was like, oh shit. Listen, the video doesn't even have the beginning of it because it started after they called me up, so I don't got my intro or none of that. But before I even got on stage, the people were feeling me, bro. Yeah. When they said my name, I got on stage, I had the mic. My chain swung when I turned to look at everybody. Yeah, and then the lady in the crowd was like, "Oh my God, Bobby, he's okay." I was like,
"This bitch."
I hit the wrong button, but yeah, shout out to her. So they were feeling me before I even said a word, and that's how I knew I was like, I'm a fucking comedian. Now, I went out there looking to belong, right? So I told you, instead of me not going lasted about a day. I went to both shows Friday night. I was there for 6 hours Friday night, and I went to that first show not knowing what to expect. It was completely different than what I had, even though I didn't really have anything crazy. Yeah. And I was like, okay, I'm here. I'm about to be laughing my ass off. This is the pros. Let me take notes. Let me sit here like that. You know, the early shows, what I'm talking about. And if I'm being honest with you, bro, the show started and it went on the early show, and I was like,
talk your shit.
I was like, okay. This is what we got. You know, it just wasn't like I didn't get the references. You know what I mean? It
was it LA or was it?
It felt like it was a little no, because it wasn't even, like they weren't even making like they were like talking about celebrities from movies. Like some of the punchlines were like, "And this actor you've never heard of, don't you look like the actor nobody's ever heard of?"
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Don't they look like Jerry Davis?
And the best part about this show was it was so this was more of a white show. It's a Friday night in LA at the early show. So there's a lot of white people, but I was sitting next to a black couple on a date. I was sitting next to old. They were like probably 35.
You just want to say old?
Older.
Oh,
it was like a 35 dude, and she might have been a little bit younger than him, but they were clearly together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they weren't even like they were like not laughing. Like he was making jokes in her ear about the performance, and she was dying at what he was saying. You know, so. But nah, I'm like, okay, well, you know, so it wasn't just me. They were feeling the same thing.
Okay.
But then Eric Griffin, I don't know if y'all know him. Eric Griffin goes on stage. Comedian Eric Griffin. All right. And let me fucking Eric. There we go. Yeah, Eric Griffin goes on stage, and I'll be honest, I'm gonna be completely transparent. I have never seen Eric Griffin's comedy ever until this set. And he was the headliner for the early show, and he killed that bit, bro. I was in there dying. The couple next to me start cracking up laughing, and this is when I started to feel like, okay, it's some good comedians in here, because there's a bunch of people here, or who, when I've been saying I'm trying to figure out LA or New York, a lot of people's opinions are, oh, New York comics are funnier than LA comics. That's a lot of people's opinions, and I don't think that was correct. But at the show that I went to at the time, I was definitely like, okay, I don't know if this is, we'll see what happens.
Right.
But Eric Griffin he was headliner for the Late Show, and he gets up there and fucking kills it, and I'm dying, man. The crowd was engaged. He's watching. I'm sitting in the crowd. So how is the Laugh Factory in Hollywood is 2 stories. So how comedy's on here is just one big room.
Yeah,
and like no, I feel like if it even had that structure, it might like take it up another level. It's like literally, but it's something crazy. But it's 2 stories. So most of the people are on the first level, and then there's like a little balcony level, right?
Yeah.
So the first early show, I was on the ground level. And I'm sitting like at the last row of where the comedians, like the bathroom, and then the comedians come down the stairs, and then you walk through that one aisle to the stage, on the stage right there on the right hand side. So I'm on the edge aisle on the right hand side. Perfect spot for me, right? So I'm sitting there, little beanie on jacket, got a beer, and just watching the show. And I'm like, okay, Eric Griffin's killing, he's doing his thing. But I was like, okay, do I belong here? Like you know what I mean? Is this LA comedy? Because it's my first show. I'm like, all right, that wasn't really. I didn't knock my socks off. You know?
Yeah.
Where's my phone? Because I got but yeah, and but I didn't even think that he could see me from where I was sitting at. When Eric Griffin walks off stage, when you like I said, I'm sitting right there on the exit row. I don't think there's no way he knew who I was. There's no way he's ever seen anything I've ever done. But doesn't talk to anybody else. He just walks and kind of stops by the seat that I was, and he just double tapped my shoulder, bro. Like just double tapped my right hand, like my right hand shoulder side.
Yeah.
Said no word, like nothing at all.
Yeah.
No connection prior to that, and in my head I was like, "Motherfucker, this is it! I'm moving out." Like that was the first one.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy, bro. Is that wild?
This
like,
room told me to tell you that was God. This room wanted me to tell you
that. Yeah. but bro, like literally, like that moment, I was like there was no reason for him to do that, and I don't know if he will never remember. There's no way he remembers.
Right.
That. I didn't go speak to him. I mean, I went to go speak to him. I said, "Great set, Eric," because he was waiting, looking at his phone. And when I was on my way out, I didn't say anything. I said, "Great set, Eric," and I dapped him up, and then I walked out. Those were the only 2 words spoken. He said, "Thank you." That's the only word spoken, right? And in my head, I was like, "Damn, was that my moment to like say I'm Bobby, I'm so and so?" But at the moment in my head, I'm like, nah, that was all I needed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like right there, right? And so I go home, man, and fucking followed him on Instagram. I had to after that moment, bro. Shout out to Eric because he followed me back. So he didn't know. He still doesn't know that I did first. I didn't reach out. I didn't say I'm so and so.
Right.
I think this is the type of story you tell a nigga in 5 years when you see him again because this is the type of story that they don't give a fuck about.
I actually met you before. It was 5 years ago.
Like, yeah.
Niggas doing a press for a movie together or some shit. You met me?
He gonna be like, nigga, I'm like 46. My knee was tied when I got to your aisle.
I was leaning on your ass, so I wouldn't fall. Oh, damn it!
Oh man, so that was the early show, bro, and then I stayed for the late show. So the late show, Brandy Denise,
Nice.
she was on Power. You know her? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Do you know her?
No.
You want to give a little?
Give her what?
A little bio. You know where do you?
Oh, I just know her like from not TikTok, Twitter, and I think that she did NACA not too long ago. It's funny as hell though.
Yeah.
But yeah, shit.
All right. Well, comedian Brandy Denise. She was on. I know she was on Power. I didn't watch the show.
You didn't watch Power?
No, I know her from other shit. Comedy Central. She went to FAMU. By the way. But yeah, she was on that show. So that's originally why I bought a ticket.
Oh no, I know her.
Because if you see her face, you'll know her.
I know her.
But everyone's been seeing her clips. She has like a popular joke right now about like being a social worker and the clients hitting on her and stuff. Right. So
yes, I've seen that.
So yeah, so I saw that she was gonna be on the show. She was on the marquee when I was like out there just like watching, seeing if I wanted to go in or not. And then it keeps flipping, and then I see fucking Tony Rock.
Yeah.
And I met Tony here. He was a good. I was like, this is crazy. Tony Rock's gonna be here. I gotta go to see the show now. So that was originally why I bought the tickets because she was on it, and then Tony was on it, and then this is the second show. Now I'm like, okay. I had a really good. This show was funny as fuck. The second show was funny. It was more engaged. I was like, oh shit, this is the best. This is the best of the best, bro. Yeah. Dane Cook did a drop in on the damn thing.
Oh, nice.
Did like 30 minutes. I think it's like 10-minute spots. But when you're who you are, you don't really have.
There's no time.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen Dane Cook live here.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
well, he was funny as shit, bro. I've never seen him
Dane Cook
before.
He's funny as fuck.
He was funny as hell. So he was on the show, and then Trevor Wallace was on the show, and Tony Rock came out and closed the show, right? So me, I hit up Tony. I was like, yo, Tony, you in town? I'm in LA, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to come see you at the show tonight, right? Didn't think he was going to say anything back. Didn't think he was going to remember a nigga at all. But shout out to Tony, man. It's like, all right, bet. See you at the show tonight, right? You know what I mean? But then Tony gets off stage, and, obviously he's Tony Rock. He has security and all that stuff. Funny as hell, by the way. He did the show.
Right.
Gets off stage and his security is like, all right, Tony Rock coming through. Move the fuck out. Wait, I was like, oh, in LA, this nigga is for real. Right. I saw him at Comedy Zone. Right. The security guard at Comedy Zone is not.
That old nigga was not moving shit.
But the Hollywood, he young and spry. Like he Logan's height, but he's like bigger than Logan. He's like if Logan wasn't athletic, he was like an offensive lineman. If you were an offensive lineman, that's what this dude looked like.
Okay.
And like, Tony Rock coming through, get the fuck out of the way. Everybody moving, right? And I was like, am I really gonna try to get through this big ass security nigga
to say hey to Tony?
To say hey to Tony?
Yeah, you don't know me. You know what I mean? But he saw me and he stopped and he walked right past the whole other crowd. He's like, oh, Bobby, what's up? Dapped me up, gave me a hug, man. He was like, hey, I'm gonna be here tomorrow night, bro. I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool. And
that's fine. That's actually fine.
He walked across the street with the security, and the whole line of people are looking at me, like because they were lining up for the next show.
Who is this nigga?
Because they were.
We supposed to know this nigga?
They were getting out after the show. Yeah, I was like, oh, this shit got a I don't know.
You in LA? You in Hollywood?
Yeah,
Tony Rock dap you up in line. Yeah, no, that
was crazy, bro. It was the craziest. It was so much fun, bro. I had a good time, and that was Friday night. All right.
So you was there 2 more nights.
Yeah, I was going for. We haven't potted in a long time. We haven't potted in 2 years, Logan.
It feels like it, bro. It really does. This is you new nigga entirely. A bunch of new stories.
Yeah. I fuck with Tony Rock like that.
Oh, so yeah. So I got it's one of the jokes that I got the shirt here when he was in Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So I'm sorry. Check my notes so I know where I'm going next. But yeah, and then I was in general population, by the way, for the whole Friday night. Like I wasn't a comedian. I was in the crowd. Like nobody. I didn't.
Right.
I wasn't like I'm performing here Sunday. Like none of that shit. You know what I mean? So I watched from the crowd with the whole show. And Saturday night, so Tony invited me back to the show Saturday, and unfortunately, I fell asleep. that was when the time zone shit caught up to me, bro.
It was jet lag like
bro, I was so dead Saturday, bro. Like, because I was just up forever at Thursday and Friday. But yeah, so I didn't make it out Saturday. But either way, it was a good time. It was a good experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had to get your rest. You got to get your sleep.
Yeah.
For Sunday.
Yeah. And then Sunday, all I did was just listen to my set over and over. Woke up fucking just insane inside. It was crazy. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. So first impressions, I'm back to that shit. Spence, all right, yeah. So I was nervous as shit sitting down, sweating, right? And because it's the biggest thing I've ever done. And I hear a familiar voice behind me. Before I go, like it's right before I go on stage, because I'm like shaking off, you know what I mean? I hear a voice behind me that I didn't know was in LA. ATL nigga. I hear Spencer Neal, my boy who I had on the pod a couple times. He tours with Quake, Earthquake. He was out doing Chocolate Sundaes. He was on the show. So he also performed like that night. He went before. I think he went before Tony Baker. But yeah, I didn't know he was in LA at all. I'm fucking about to go on stage and I hear, "Loosen up, nigga." And I started dying, bro. I was like, "Spencer, what the hell are you doing here, bro?" And that was all I needed to like get out my head a little bit and just be like, "Nah, I'm about to rock this shit out, bro." I watched the Crip do comedy for the first time. That shit was crazy in LA.
That's his first time up there? Your first time seeing it?
My first time seeing a Crip do comedy.
Gotcha.
Bro, he said "cud" like 35 times. It was crazy. I'm not kidding, bro.
And the audience had to laugh.
Had to laugh, right? Finna air that shit out.
Hey, dead ass.
Kill everybody in this
drinks blue Powerade.
Sorry.
Was that a fucking spot, bro? Was that a fucking advertisement or some shit? Nigga, what was that?
Logan, you are great at podcasting. You are now S tier. You are now S tier. You're an S tier co-host. All right.
I thought you did that on purpose.
Nah, I didn't even notice. I saw it.
You like looked at both of us like I thought you were like doing a bit.
Shut the fuck up now, no.
Powerade, if you want to sponsor me, man.
Hey, man, you already know what's going
The
on.
only thing I put in my mouth is blue Powerade.
Shout out to the Crips.
That's your ad right there. Hey, whoa, yo. Shout out to there are good people on both sides. What have I done? There are good parties on both sides, all right? Well, we don't know the new nominees coming out this year.
Both sides have good people. There's really good people on both sides. Okay, we're not going to play that game. We're not going to play that game. There's good people everywhere.
And then, man, so after I got off stage, once again, I told you, I stopped caring about me when I got off stage because I wanted to go watch Tony Baker, and I didn't care about anything else anymore. After I met Tony, I was like, I dapped him up, and I'm like, "Hey, Tony, man, I'm Bobby Brown Jr. I'm excited. Nice to meet you. I just did first impressions." And he goes, "Oh, how was it, man?" And I was like, "Oh, dude, it went great, man. I passed. I got the graduation spot, and he little Tony Baker fist bump, and I was like, this is Tony Baker. Like, this is so." I was like, bro, I don't know if this is gonna sound fanny or whatever. I don't give a fuck, bro. I love him, and everybody loves him. He's one of the best comedians. You need to go watch. And I was like, man, thank you. I appreciate it. And like, this was crazy, bro. This is what I knew was different, bro. There was the energy from the comedians, bro, was just so much love and fucking support out there for just a young nigga like me who flew all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, bro. Like, they were rocking with me, really, like, and showing me a lot of love. So he's like celebrating with me, man. He's like, "Hell yeah, man, good stuff." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, man." And then I was like, "I'm excited to watch you." And he goes, "Lower your expectations." And he walks on stage. And I was like, "Oh man, this is fucking great." And at this point, I'm losing my mind. Yeah. I didn't know Donnell Rawlings was coming at that point.
Yeah,
All right, maybe I should have saved that for dramatic effect of the podcast. But I've been talking about this for 25, 30 minutes. I'm letting y'all. This is crazy. You know, I'll have stories later on. I'm going back, bitch. But no. So at this point, I didn't know Donnell was here. I'm watching Tony Baker, and then I go downstairs, and I'm right here on the side, like where I told you, like where the stairs were, where I was sitting, like where I was sitting at the first show. I was just standing up because I couldn't. There were actual people now. I'm a comedian now. I'm not in gym pop no more. I gotta let them have the seats. And the booker sits right here, like her table's over here. So Donnell walks in straight from the back, and I wasn't even on it. I'm at the back by the entrance because I had just smoked. I'm at the back by the entrance because I'm still riding the fucking high. Yeah. It might have been the high from my high, but the show high.
So you riding some type of high for sure.
Hey yo, but
for sure.
But yeah. So Tony So I'm back there, and then Donnell walks in from the back, and I'm like, this is motherfucking Donnell Rollins. And I did not speak to that. He walked right past me because I'm standing right there in the back, and I was like, should I speak? Like he probably about like 7 steps ahead of me, and I probably asked myself 122 times, should I speak? Should I speak? Should I say, hey, Donnell? Should I say, hey, Donnell, how about it? But I didn't say anything to him the whole night. But I did watch the show from behind his shoulder the whole time that he was watching. So like he was standing, and I was right behind him, just watching the show and watching him watch the show. I'm posted up right behind him.
Do we approve, Donnell? Is that funny, Donnell?
Nah, I'm right there. This thing, I'm like, all right, let me see what he's seeing.
Let me see what he's saying.
I am Donnell laughing this nigga. Because Donnell wasn't with the. He was up by the DJ booth because DJ's like a big nigga, and you can get away. You can see the show from the top. So he? Donnell's watching. The DJ was.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I feel like that.
No, the DJ.
No disrespect
the DJ
to Donnell.
Chocolate Sundaes.
If you are a big nigga, but you look
the
small
DJ
on camera.
Sunday.
No disrespect.
You look small on camera.
Yo, niggas who are tall can't wait to tell you when you look small, bro. Like, why would you do that?
I never have done that before.
Bro, nah, you do that all the time.
You look pretty small on camera, sir. No disrespect.
Respect. But I'm sure you command a lot of stage presence.
Bro, you know what's crazy? And I'll fast forward again. Fuck it. I watched Donnell Rollins come out, and this is the second show I'm skipping to. He headlined the first show of Chocolate Sundaes, and then left, and then came back for the second show.
They had another. Did they have another set of first impressions at the second?
Yes. Okay. So the second show is the graduation spot.
Gotcha.
So the first show is when I go up and do my first impressions. The second show is the graduation spot of first impressions, and you do good on that one. Then I don't know what happens after that. We're gonna figure it out.
Once you get there, we're gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Like just like this, I didn't know what the fuck was gonna come from it. I was telling people all I got is 3 minutes. After that, I don't know what else is happening. Everybody was asking me, "Are you on both shows? Are you on both shows?" I was like, "I don't know." But it turned out no. Either way, I wasn't mad about it. It worked how it needed to work. It all went how it needed to go. But what was I? Donnell. Donnell. I watched him come out to "Anti-Hero" by Taylor Swift. And had a room full of black people, and the crowd rocking to that bit. There was a one white dude from Ohio who was like, when people do crowd work, there's always one fun guy. It was an older white man.
Yeah, they always pick on the one guy. That's like,
but they weren't picking on him. He was part of the show. He was like, they were engaged. They were rocking with it. It wasn't. They weren't doing that. None of that. Oh, look at you, fucking blah blah blah.
I get what you. That's not what I mean when I say picking on him. But you do crowd work. There's usually like one person or a handful of people that you engage with because it'll constantly.
But what you said is good perspective because that's what you're here for. When you think things like that, I get to say, actually, it was like this. You know what I mean? That's I like it was good. We'll tap you up.
Oh yeah, I guess. Sure. I'll take
Logan
it.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Logan don't give a fuck.
I didn't. I said the wrong word.
"Anti-Hero" by Taylor Swift, and he did like 4 minutes of the song. He did the whole song.
Oh, he's not like you.
And then
at all. Actually,
did he talk through that shit at all?
Nigga, Taylor Swift, I will let her rock, but we ain't playing her yet. She got her own stamp. I can't really afford that copyright.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So that, and he rocked that bit out, funny as hell the whole time. But yeah, so it was dope, man. That's all I had on Chocolate Sundaes and the Laugh Factory, unless I think of some more shit to say. We also got plenty of other podcasts to do in the future, so I might think of something else.
That's dope, man. That is
I've been
huge.
talking about it for probably about 35 minutes now, 40 minutes.
I mean, it's big, man.
Yeah, that's big.
It's big, yeah.
Big as fuck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm not in the stand up comedy sphere as y'all as deep like as y'all are. I mean, this is probably as far as I go in terms of just like in a comedy scene.
Yeah.
And I know Chocolate Sundaes. I know the people he's been talking about. Like I know the comedians you've been mentioning. Yeah. And I just from seeing them like in the little stand up comedy that I do consume as a consumer. So this is big. Like I know this is big, and I'm not in the same sphere as you. So this is big. Like you should feel like, oh shit, I'm that nigga for that.
Thank you. I do, bro. I feel like I'm a real comedian, bro. Like that's all. I made me feel like I belong, and I was a real fucking the whole experience. Yeah. It was perfect, man. So I think LA might have bumped up about me moving as opposed to New York. You know what I mean? My favorite part was I found a little, I met a new little crush. You know, a little and a little motivation to get my comedy shit right. You know what I mean?
Okay. Was she at the show? Did she come to the show?
I feel like that might be
too much information. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because what I was gonna say, well, I met her at the show. Yes.
Okay.
I'll say that. Okay. But yeah, I'll tell you off mic.
Hey, cutie, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hey, yo.
Chill. I don't know if she's watching. Shit, I'm sorry.
No, probably definitely not. I learned that I don't want people who I'm dealing. Don't listen to the podcast because I don't just let me get my shit off. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Because it's you, but it's not. You potting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it be me though.
Okay, well,
sometimes I mean that shit.
Sometimes I mean that shit.
Speaking of meaning shit, listen, man, we got to get into it. Michael B. Jordan, all right. When you say something to somebody and you mean it or you don't mean it, and then years later they grow up, they get businesses, they get jobs, they become the people in places of what you do, you might have a chance to cross with those people again, right? So how was that segue? We're working on it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
All right. We're gonna get around to Jerry because he performed in DC as well, but it just felt like the perfect. That just felt like the perfect way to go right now. What are you looking at?
I'm making sure we're recording.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. For the past like 35 seconds, I had the weirdest fucking deja vu. Like that shit was like we lived it, but I remember at the end of it that your shit wasn't recording. So that's why I made sure, because like up to that point,
both of y'all wearing sunglasses? We waited long enough into the episode. If you listen to this or watch it on YouTube,
nigga, you Mr. Hollywood star, nigga, you bright as hell, nigga.
Why don't you have on sunglasses? Why don't you have on none? Nigga?
Yeah, why don't you have on none?
Hey, hold on. Let me get you the drops, nigga. Nigga, that was the hardest shit you. Nigga,
all right, bro. I'm just trying to.
Best producer in the world. All right,
I'm trying to get like you, bro. I'm trying to get like you. I gotta get.
You know what's crazy? You know what's beautiful about this whole thing that we do together is that you are like me. We are each other, man. My success is your success. This wouldn't have happened without you. I told you when you joined the show, that helped give me new life to make content and be funny.
This nigga was almost done. He was almost out the door. He was almost.
I was
gone.
calling Jerry.
Yeah, this nigga was. All right. So this is Bobby again. Fuck.
We're going to get around to Michael B. Jordan corny ass too. But my brother Jerry is also a comedian, in case you didn't know. And you just had the biggest accomplishment that we're here to celebrate as well.
Thank you, Bobby.
Because this was my first trip ever to go do road work comedy. I know that you've done tours for Dignified Delinquents and things like that. But you just got to perform. I don't know if you want to say it. I don't want to give away.
No, you good.
All right. You just got to perform at the DC Improv with Clint Coley.
Yeah.
And first of all, I've never been to the DC Improv. If you don't know, this is like DC is a legendary comedy city.
You've been mentioning LA and New York, but when I think of comedy, I do think of DC. Like I do know DC, Chicago.
No, definitely not enough people probably mention it. The reason that I have never mentioned it is because once again, like I wouldn't even know what to do there.
It's DC. Yeah.
Like I feel like for me, I need to be. You know what I mean? But
I feel you.
But you said this was your first time at DC Improv.
First time, yeah. Shay Clemens was in, because you know Shay lives in DC.
Yeah, shout out to Shay.
On the you interviewed him on your show.
Yeah, Shay's a Duval comedian, but he's out living in DC doing his thing now. Shout out my dog.
So you know the DMV area, DC, Virginia, Maryland. Yeah. So Shay was in Virginia at the Arlington Draft House opening up for LeVar Walker.
Oh, wow.
That weekend. So it was like a lot of comedy. So like when they say DC is a comedy city, they mean like that whole area. And I did Clint Coley and Friends. I did that Sunday show, the first time traveling to go do a show, like traveling like that.
Yeah.
To go do somebody else's
What do you mean? Like like somebody
Yeah, because when you go with when I did the podcast shit, it was not. I'm not calling it shit, you know. But when I did the podcast tour, it was like, you know, we putting that on ourselves, and we got to go, and I'm focused on the numbers, and I'm not really with other comedians. I'm with my co-hosts, but they're not stand up. So but this was different because this was like, okay, this is your first time going to do stand up in the city. So when I got there, I hit Clint. I was like, hey, I didn't ask you how much time am I doing. He's like, I'm gonna give you 10. I said, oh shit.
Yeah. Why were you panicking? What were you?
Well, because you know, normally when you do that guest spot or spots I've been doing, it's been like 5 to 7.
Yeah.
So when he said, because I've been building 5 to 7, like let me get a strong 5, 7. Because Bobby is different. Bobby writes jokes every day.
That is a lie.
Every other day.
You know, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. The girl who I was talking to definitely inspired me to get back in my writing bag too, bro.
So you haven't been writing?
Because I don't write as much as I used to write, bro.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I've been trying to make myself come up with 30 minutes and stuff. If I get a joke, I'll say it here, I'll jot it down. I don't know, like I write stuff down when I think of it, but I'm so bad at going back and punching things up on paper now. But that is what I need. Like, you know, now that I've seen what's possible, if I get my shit right, you know, these TV shows, these scripted, you know, I'm about to be in my bag, bro.
Gotcha.
But this is about you, Jerry.
No.
I appreciate you thinking that, though.
Yeah, I thought that niggas right now.
Hey, niggas say the same shit about me.
Niggas say the same shit about me. The niggas be like, you make beats every day. I'm like, no. I do not make beats every day.
Ain't got the time.
I'm glad you think that I do, though. I was depressed for 8 days. No.
I've been working, nigga. Surely. I've been listening to a lot of shit.
I got a real job. This nigga Logan was just digging in the ground earlier today. Making beats, nigga.
Yeah, shit.
I've been having ideas
nigga was
and
picking
thoughts.
beats out the field. What the fuck? Are beats grown from the ground? I tried it. I don't know.
I think so. I think you can pull those up.
Yeah, all right, cool.
But no, so it was cool, man. I needed to get 10. Like, I know that I have 10, but I know that I talk fast. So I had to write a lot of jokes because I could spit a lot of jokes out in a small window of time.
I've only ever seen you do 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's the craziest thing because I've known Jerry for so long, and I've only ever seen Jerry do 5 minutes
at a time.
Of comedy.
And I flip a joke in between those 5. Like, I'll switch a joke out for something else, but I fit it into that fucking 5. But no, so when he hit me with the 10, I was like, oh, fuck, okay.
Yeah. Fuck. That's love, though, because, I mean, you flew all this way 10 minutes.
Yeah,
10 minutes is a long
I
time.
appreciate it. I wasn't over nigga.
10 minutes is a lot of time in y'all's field. He told me he did 3 minutes. I was like, nigga, that's a song. Nigga, that's like, nigga, I opened for a nigga. I played 3 beats. I'm like, my name is Logan Butler. You can find me on this social and Apple.
Hey, yo.
Get the fuck out of there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, nigga, 10 minutes.
That's a long time.
Like an hour.
Bruh.
It can feel like it.
Yeah, definitely.
I spent like $1,500 to go do that 3 minutes. So how much was your plane ticket?
Shit, my plane ticket was about $600. And then Uber, because I stayed in fucking Maryland to drive it. Yeah, Uber from the airport was $60.
Wow.
Then from the hotel to the club was $20. Then back to the club was $20. Then that's shit.
I got my hotel like on Sunset in Hollywood because I wanted to be in between both directions of the Laugh Factory and Comedy Store. If I just wanted to walk to the bitches, so I had to go back and forth.
DC was expensive as fuck. I was like, this is.
But it was raining the whole fucking time. That's why I didn't even get to my experience in California. It rained my whole time there.
And they said it was never,
nigga, they say it don't rain.
Nigga, I was out there saying, y'all better put some milk jugs outside and collect this. That's talking about it don't rain, nigga. Y'all
niggas in Nevada gonna need this later.
Y'all better build a water tower out of it. Call somebody, bro. But either way, how was like? First of all, I don't even know any comedy club like places in DC other than the DC Improv.
Yeah.
What was that like walking into that bit, bro? Because when I walked into the Laugh Factory, I was like they had like Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
They had like memorabilia, like not memorabilia, sigil. I don't know what you call it. Artifacts. I'll go with artifacts.
I like that word.
I'll go with artifacts. They had like Richard Pryor artifacts. They had like his shoe, like a signed book or something.
Memorabilia was the right word.
Memorabilia
was the right word.
But they had Kevin Hart also. What was that called?
Memorabilia.
He's still alive.
Still memorabilia.
Current.
Okay. All right. Well, they had Kevin Hart stuff. Like, so it's like when you enter, they got like a thing. Did they have anything for at the DC Improv? It's like a history.
No. They just had like the pictures up, like you see in any other comedy club.
So that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, they had the pictures up. But the DC Improv is underground. So you walking, you walking down under the ground. But the Comedy Zone in Charlotte is also like that. Like
I've never been there.
Okay, yeah, that shit's underground. Like you going down into the ground.
That's weird.
But when you get down there, you're like, oh shit, what the fuck am I at? This is normal.
I don't know if I fuck with that.
Nah, it was cool. It was a nice vibe, and I got there fucking early too. So like it was like 10 people there. So I was like, oh shit, this ain't nothing. Okay, cool. So I went in the green room, and it was me, Clint, and another comedian. I think his road manager. And Clint, he uses this show as like a I don't have material for real. Like I'm doing crowd work. I need some clips. I need to work on some jokes. So he in the back, and he's going through his notebook. What y'all think about this? So I like get my ass grabbed. That ain't funny. Okay. Yeah. So, like he was like looking for us, like, what you think? Give me a punch up. No, I don't like that. I like that. Okay, cool. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, so we was in there for like 30 minutes doing that shit, and I opened the door.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on out here? Like that bitch swole up.
Yeah.
Because it was only 10 people when I walked in. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be nuts. Okay, this
jumping.
Yeah. oh shit. So that's when the nerves hit me.
Yeah.
And then so the dope thing about it, so the name of the show was Clint, Coley and Friends.
Okay.
And
you were his friend.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Cause I was supposed to do 2 dates with Clint when he was on his tour, but he had to cancel his Florida dates. This was like last year.
Hurricane,
yeah. So when he came,
hey, I know who you are. I keep up with you.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Come on now. Jared's great, everybody.
So when the sound man came in, he said, "Okay, so how we gonna do the show tonight, Clint?" So Clint was like, "Okay, cool. We breaking the show down into two shows." So essentially, something that happened.
Early show, late show.
Yeah. So now I see like comedians like Ty Davis coming in, video people who are like, okay, I've seen them. They're really Clint's friends. Like these motherfuckers tell jokes for it.
Okay.
So I'm like, I know I'm on the early show.
Got it.
So he's like, okay, my guy Cosby gonna open up. He gonna host the whole. Not Bill. Bill.
Oh, boy, I was about to say.
But this nigga was from Philly, so
I was about to say. So Clint, Coley, and Friend, nigga, why you ain't hit me? Cosby.
So he's like, Cosby gonna open. He's like, so this girl gonna go on. She gonna do. Maybe I should call him by his first name.
You gonna get a pudding pop in the front row.
Cornelius is gonna open the show.
Yeah, all right.
Cornelius Cosby.
All right.
He's like, he gonna do 10. Then he gonna bring this girl up, this guy up, and that's the first half. He said then he gonna bring me out. I'm gonna do 30. And then I'm gonna bring Jerry up. Jerry gonna do 10. Then I was like, oh shit. So
shit. Oh wait, so he went before? Oh, okay.
He kind of hosted it.
Oh, so it's like he's presenting.
Yeah, his friends.
Okay.
And so he went up there. He literally said, "Listen, I got 2 jokes. I got 2 new jokes." He showed the crowd the jokes. He said, "So read that first line. Now watch how I say it."
All right.
I like get my ass grabbed. See? Didn't I say I was gonna say that?
Yeah.
And then he did his 2 jokes. Then he did crowd work. Then he brought me up, and it was fucking electrifying.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That's got to be crazy.
Well, do you know how many people it sits? Because Laugh Factory was smaller than I thought it was. On the internet, I thought it was huge, bigger than Comedy Zone. I get there, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. But it has the perfect feel. How big was
it was a 300-seater.
Okay.
And I think he had 250.
All right, got it.
So he had
that's like Comedy Zone size.
Yeah.
300, 301.
Yeah, how is that? How is that difference to you coming from? Listen, my fault. Listen, how is that different? Like to your expectation, like to go and you see y'all familiar with the Comedy Zone? You know what I'm saying? But you're not familiar with.
Yeah, that was my first time.
Not familiar with DC Improv. Mm-hmm. How is it when you go in these places and you're like, man, it's the same shit, just over here?
So first of all, I would never. It was not the same shit. It wasn't the same shit.
Well, not same, but you know what I mean.
But it was definitely like I was like, oh,
that expectation is not met. I guess is what I mean to say. Like,
I was like, oh, this is kind of. It felt like I told you, like the first time I was there, it felt weird, but I stayed, so I had more experiences. You know, I was there the whole time. What about you, Jerry?
Yeah, I got there the day of the show, and when I got there, comedians was just there kicking and talking shit. So when the crowd started to fill in, that's when I was like, oh fuck. Yeah. And then Comedy Zone has it nice because when the Comedy Zone, you come from the back. And you that door, and you take that shit for granted when you go to different clubs and you got to try to squeeze your way through the crowd. Like I'm so mental in my head. Like, what if I trip? What if somebody, excuse me, man, while my song is, I'm trying to hit my cue on my song. I got to be up there by the time they say dun dun dun. You fucking up my dun dun dun. So it's like small shit.
It's great. I thought it was kind of cool that at Laugh Factory you come through the crowd, kind of like they're still like it's not through the crowd. It's a little bit of a way.
Yeah,
I thought it was actually kind of dope. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I liked it, but like one small like. Ladies and gentlemen, from Duval County, Bobby Brown Jr. Where your mind go right there? Like I gotta get to the stage. So for me, Jerry the Great, I'm on stage, but like, you done fucked me up. Like
time starts when they done saying your name,
right?
Like when they finish saying your name, that's when the clock starts going.
Yeah. So it's a good experience, but I did new material. Because when Clint gave me he made me comfortable enough. He didn't say anything to me, but he was like, I'm going up there. I'm just fucking with the crowd.
Yeah. So you were like, you're like, I was
like, okay, I can. And then I'm going behind Clint too. Like his picture is on the marquee. Like they paid a ticket to come see this motherfucker. Yeah. And then for him to be like, man, my guy from Duval, he's already putting me in a position to win. It's up to me to fuck it up.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying about Laugh Factory, bro. Because like, I don't know, like you have to wait 3 years. Apparently, people be bullshit when they go up there. Like one of the people who works there was talking to me. She was like, bro, like. You took that shit like she didn't say you took it seriously, but she was like, we were talking and I was like, yo, like, because like I told you I've been stalking these people forever. So when they realized it was me, she was like, oh, you're so and so. We talked on the air. I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, that's me. She was like, why didn't you say that earlier? I was like, you can't tell nobody. Yeah. Hey, it's me from so and so. You just gotta be cool.
It's me from the internet,
and then be like,
I follow you.
Yeah,
a lot of mother niggas do that shit too. So follow, you know what I'm saying? Like follow, you know what I mean?
But I will say
you follow somebody that's going.
One thing I learned, like one thing that DC taught me, and there's certain cities that are like this. DC is a comedy city because people came to the club on a Sunday night, work the next day. Yeah. Probably the same thing for LA too.
Yeah, it was raining the whole time.
And they still came.
Every show was sold out.
And it's like they came to laugh. Like, I'm here to laugh. Sometimes in Jacksonville, it's hard to pull a motherfucker out if you were nobody. Like, it's hard to pull people out. And then once they get there, it's still like, motherfucker, you got 2 seconds to make me laugh. Go. But in DC, it was on niggas that went up there and they didn't have the best sets, but people were still giving them love. Like, that's okay.
Same at Laugh Factory. Yeah. But they were. I mean, they didn't say it's okay, but they definitely were like, the vibe was all right. Bring up the next nigga. We know somebody for the kill type shit. Yeah. But yeah. So do you feel like I feel like now I got to figure out what to do next. Yeah. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
I got to figure out what to go from here.
Yeah.
But because after I went around LA. I was like just driving around places, checking shit out. I ended up going to Kevin Hart's Heartbeat Studio Factory, whatever you want to call the shit, and that was cool in itself, bro. First of all, but I was there because Earthquake was there filming Quake House. So I drove Spencer over there. First of all, and I drove Spencer there because I forgot my ID at the hotel, my license. But he had to be there at a certain time, so I was like, all right, I can either go here and hang out with these comedians, or I could just be like, oh, my bad, I got to go get my ID first, and then beat it too. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it. I'm risking it, bro. I was driving that bit, no license, in a rental, and that going hell down that bit, bro. It was fire. But then we got caught in traffic and shit. So we get to Kevin Hart's studio, and he got the cars over here. It's a plastic cup, boys. When you pull up, first of all, it's already ducked off in the area. But they're filming the damn thing, and I didn't get to go in the room because they were doing the radio show. So I just walked around the whole damn thing, bro. Just taking pictures of everything, bro. I'm in that bitch just flicking it up, snapping the whole thing, bro.
Security come, you and shit on yourself. Sir, what I'm sorry.
Yeah. Perfect segue, bro. I went to the bathroom twice in there because I was holding it because we had went to get food. I was holding it. I took a shit. I got up, then got a sign that says, your shit stinks, spray to spray right here. And it's a spray next to it. It's signed Kevin Hart or some shit. Like, I got a picture of it. And then, and I thought that was funny. And then at the urinal, the sign says, "Focus, aim, and flush with your nasty ass." Yeah, it's your shit stinks. Please spray with your nasty ass.
Oh Lord,
this man. That shit was funny, bro.
That's dope, man. That's
I forgot why I brought that up, but can't put me in a movie or a TV show, or just help me. I like for the comedy nerd thing. Heart of the City, bro. Shout out my guy Anthony Moore. I hope that like stuff like that. Yeah, comedians do that for other people in their city or something like that, where you present comics from. Yeah. That is something that's also missing here. No, you were saying, but we also got to find somebody to get that done. But either way, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this Michael B. Jordan corny nigga. All right,
corny nigga.
Yes. All right, this episode is probably like an hour and a half already, but whatever. We here, goddammit. But But yeah, so if you didn't know, Logan, did you see the video?
I did see the video, 100%.
You want to give context? You want to explain?
Yeah, so for the people that haven't seen the video, Michael B. Jordan has this is directorial debut for Creed 3.
Logan's GOAT.
Okay. So anyways, before I was rudely interrupted, this is directorial debut for Creed 3, and so he's doing like a red carpet thing, and this girl that's doing this interview for some media company, I don't know, some internet media company, she's over there, and I guess apparently she went to the same high school as Michael B. Jordan. And in high school, people call Michael B. Jordan a corny lame nigga because he used to walk around school with his headshot, and he used to always be, I guess, niggas didn't fuck with him. And they thought he was corny. And so this nigga didn't forget that shit. So when she's like, we went all the way back.
30, what,
yeah,
30?
He said,
how old is he?
Well, I think it's probably like, in his
34?
30 something. So probably like, fucking 15 years.
I'm going to look it up.
However long. And he's like, back when I was the corny nigga. Yeah. And then like his body language just was like, he was not trying to talk
36.
to 36. Okay, so about 15, like more than 15, 20 years. Yeah,
he's held on to this.
He's 20, held on to this. and so she was obviously whatever. And then she ends the interview. He's obviously pissed off or whatever. Doesn't really want to talk to her. He ends the interview and she's like, well, you're not, zest, by the way. You're not corny anymore.
He had mad zest in the interview, bro. He was like,
I don't know if it was shoulder. I don't think it was zest. Bro. I think it was just the way that nigga, he just was trying to show her that he didn't respect like her. That's what it was.
Now, it wasn't her that said it though.
See,
and it didn't even end up being her in the clip, right? In the audio, it was her home.
No. They're saying that they used to call him that back in
high school.
Gotcha. Not back in the clip. That's what the people were bringing up the clip, like, but he was saying because she said back in high school, and he said, back when I was.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was because that's what they were calling him in school.
I saw these girls with poor minds, not Lex P and Drea.
Yeah, go ahead.
They were like everybody can be corny to somebody.
Always, definitely.
You know what I mean?
But like, I don't think. How do you feel in that moment? Like doing that in your biggest moment? No, I don't know. But I mean, maybe.
You don't think you do that?
It depends on who I'm starting on.
Who's your biggest hater in high school? Who's your biggest hater in high school? You don't got to say no names. They might watch. They probably fuck with you now.
You think? I don't think so.
And this is the point. This is really why I brought it up, and I thought it was a good. It was right at the perfect time.
I don't think. Go ahead.
It's because you're now you're making these steps in your career that you've chosen to take, where you're now like getting into these spaces that are filled with people that I would consider big time. You're in this and trying to make a name for yourself. How do you feel? How would you be in his perspective? Like, how would you be in his perspective?
I'm glad we're here because I have a totally different perspective on this thing anyway. And this is interesting. I think there are still people who hate me to this day.
Probably.
And there's people who I've wronged since then who don't fuck with me anymore now.
Right.
I gotta eat that. I gotta deal with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing is...
But I just hope none of them niggas work for no streaming companies in the future. hope none of them niggas own a comedy club or a TV studio and we'll be fine. No. Yo,
we're gonna greenlight this show. Who's starting? Bobby? Fuck Bobby.
Yeah. What's crazy is I do think about that all the time, bro. But I mean, I think interesting enough, bro. Like some of those situations, like what you definitely learn a lot. I think I move a lot more. Like I'm where I am today because of mistakes that I made, even with those people, where like if I'm ashamed of it, that encouraged me to dive harder into what I'm doing.
I get what you're saying, but you got to understand.
Let me get to the point. I'm trying to get. I think this might be a good point. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, with that energy that because I've wronged them, they might be hating me even harder for that shit to not happen. You know what I mean? So I feel like literally the morning of Sunday before the Laugh Factory thing, I typed it, but I deleted it. I didn't post it. I tweeted, hey, I need y'all, if you fuck with me, just love me a little harder today. And if you hate me, hate a little harder too, nigga. I need all that shit. But I took it down. It sounded kind of crazy.
Yeah.
If I bombed, the hate would have won. I would have been mad. But
it was hating heavy. The hate warriors came out.
I feel this.
But I just think, how would I feel in that moment? I don't think, like you're up now. Like I would be up. I wouldn't care if I'm. Well, this might be speaking from a privileged place because I'm. if I don't give a fuck about somebody if I'm doing better now.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get what you're saying.
I think it's because she makes like they were cool though. Like, we went to the same high school.
That's the thing. But that's the thing is that she was trying to play it off like she was trying to play it off like she was cool with that nigga when she didn't.
We went to the same school.
If you wrong somebody, like in my opinion, if I wrong somebody, if I wrong somebody and they don't fuck with me, obviously, like I gotta hold that. You're right. But if I didn't do, if I was just being me, you know, trying to make a name for myself as an actor or whatever, producer, whatever the fuck, and niggas ain't fuck with me just because I was trying to do something.
That is where I'll say it's different.
And then once you up, they try to dick eat you so they can get up with you. She's like, oh, I'm interviewing him. This is gonna be a big moment for me.
I think that might be a little different with this situation because Michael B. Jordan was trying to be an actor back then. I didn't want to be a comedian until I got out of high school.
Well, you been a rapper?
I was the best rapper.
So entertainment, you was in the entertainment.
Yeah, I was in the entertainment industry. But but this is the thing. I'm glad that you said that because like now, like even maybe not now, maybe a little bit before. I definitely think about it after mistakes that I made sometimes, but I mean that's just what happens. Now I'm more conscious of. I think of myself as okay. Let me try to be good and not fuck up with people.
No,
I'm in a business. Like now I think about that, but the fuck ups that I've made are the things that teach me how to have self-respect, how to move different, how to be better in what I'm doing in my world.
What's a fuck up though?
So I might still be. Hey, fuck these niggas. Fuck them. We out here then. Fuck it, nigga. Fuck all that shit, nigga. We burning it down, nigga. What? Nah, I'm kidding.
I'm like, I get what you're saying, but what's a fuck up that you can do to somebody at this? Because I can get being young,
falling out with a friend.
Over what though? Like that's the thing. Like what?
Girls.
That's stupid.
Absolutely stupid. Unless it's their girl.
Oh, you fuck somebody's girl?
No,
Bobby?
I did not.
Oh.
No. We're talking about hypotheticals. I'm giving you a scenario.
Yeah, okay, then that's okay.
That's what I'm saying. If I do some shit like that and they don't fuck with me, I gotta hold that.
I gotta hold that because I fucked up. But you know what I mean. But that's the thing. You hold that and then you learn from it. So that's why in these moments when I'm out, like my whole thing when I went to LA, bro. I don't know if y'all been seeing my posts. I let out everything I was feeling on my Instagram and shit before I went because I wanted to get all that shit. I literally posted, I need to get all the shit that can burden me off me. I don't need to be thinking about none of that shit while I'm out here. I need to be out here focusing on how to get myself to be fucking a star in this fucking city, and I'm letting all that shit go. In my mind and my like actions, I went out there, I did what I had to do. I let all that shit go. Those people aren't going to do that.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? Those are the types of things that that'll come out when you up, and then that's how you know you up. When niggas is talking about shit that you did in the past.
Right.
And then I'm gonna be like, hey Logan, we got a pod to do tomorrow, buddy. Are we talking about this, or we gonna skip the conversation?
Do we pay this any attention, or is this?
But listen, when that day comes, you guys know me. What the fuck you think I'm gonna do? I'm posting up.
We gonna talk about it.
I'm posting up. I'm here.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. You gonna be
right here in the Sunday room. Sunday school room.
Hey,
we gonna have a come to Jesus, man.
This is the repent room. The repent room.
We gonna have a come to Jesus podcast.
Oh man! Now once again, I'm not intentionally moving out of ill will or trying to make mistakes. No. But
we're too grown to be moving out of ill will.
Things have been so crazy behind the scenes, bro. You started this podcast in the old apartment.
Yep.
Remember that. And then now you've been in like 4 locations on the podcast.
I'm in a third location.
Third, and I'm on probably like location 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
You know how many places we done got kicked out of that I just didn't like thinking they wanted us to leave. It wasn't a graceful exit for the next episode.
Right.
I'm dealing with this. I don't give a fuck about somebody I made mad 2 years ago. I'm trying to figure out how to get and
trying to get this nigga not mad at me now.
That's like nigga, hopefully I make some funny shit that eventually you laugh at and you like, you know what, I forget that nigga. Let me and then we can talk.
I be trying to do that shit too. That beat was fine. That beat was fine. I fuck with you again. That's what I'm trying to be.
Remember it was me? You remember.
You remember. It's always been me. I might have fucked up.
I don't even recognize who that dude was anymore, man. That was he was
that was
for real though.
I'm a new me. I changed.
For real,
Accept
exactly.
me for who I am today, not who I was yesterday.
Yeah.
I'd rather go through some bad shit and become a better person than not go through some hard shit or bad shit and just to be a degenerate. Or just
I think at this big ass age too, you got to understand.
You got an extra big ass age.
Come on now.
wow, nigga, that's disrespectful, bro. Nigga, that's just wrong, bro.
He said it.
At this big age, I mean, sometimes you got to realize though, like, okay, is my shit a character flaw of me, or is it just some flaw ass shit that happened? Because if it's a character flaw, I can fix that shit.
Yeah. Right.
But if it's just some flaw shit that happened, then
It just happened. We got to get over that.
Yeah, like I'm certain that it's niggas more recently mad at me over some shit that it was just some shit that happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't a character flaw of you or me. It was just a situation of what it was.
Also, Matt, this is not at all about any of that. Matt Clark, he's one of our biggest supporters. I love you, buddy.
Hello, Matt.
We just had a conversation. This is actually not about any of this. I don't think it's ironic that we got to this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Shout out to Matt, bro. Shout out to Matt. He be watching this shit and commenting.
And showing love, man.
And showing love.
And Erica got Logan to put some shoes on. Shout out to Erica too, man.
Erica, you caught me on a fucking day at work. Don't think you got anything on me. You ain't get shit on
she
me.
cooked your muffin, bro.
She did what?
What?
Whatever. We'll move on. You don't like muffins? No, I'm playing.
I do like muffins.
The show that I did was called First Impressions. Once again, and I think with end of the conversation here, if that happened, that would be the last time that you would hear from me. Like if like, you know what I mean, like, or unless I get up again, like L'Oreal, that should have been her last. If that was people's last impression of Michael B. Jordan, he's ruined. That was my whole point. First impression.
I wasn't mad at him. That was good.
That was.
I don't think anyone was mad at him.
Niggas was mad at him.
Nigga, no.
Really?
Everyone
was mad at him.
They don't fuck with it. Everyone is mad. Everyone's like, that's corny. You don't do that to a girl. 25.
What the fuck,
Bro, that's corny.
What you want him to do? Sorry, yes, ma'am.
That's what I'm saying. If that was a dude, though, then I wouldn't care. But if you're doing that to a girl on the red carpet,
I don't care who it is. I'm not mad at him at all.
Are you kidding me? That's the fucking world we live in now? Hold on.
Bro.
These niggas are telling me that they're upset because it was a woman that was trying to do that shit and not a man. That's really what world we live in.
And Joe Budden came back and said if she was a white lady, he wouldn't do that because y'all know Michael B. Jordan
he dates white women.
Whatever. That's what Joe Budden was saying.
Yeah, but so does Logan. So we can't really.
What did you say?
Huh?
Go, run that back, nigga. What you talking about?
I said First Impressions was a great comedy show.
I went too far. Hold on. Fast forward, nigga. What the fuck?
He went too far back.
Hey, how about Jerry called me earlier? Jerry called me earlier. I was like, maybe Bobby TV. How can I help? He's like, this guy talking about. I was like, yeah, give me a second. I'll put him on the phone. That's me after Hollywood now.
Bro. At the end of the day, man, I don't give a fuck what type of gender you are, man. If you gonna try to play me and try to use me as a platform to come up when you ain't fuck with me when I was trying to grind, don't talk to me.
Was he using her as a platform?
She was using him as a platform.
She was doing her job. She's a reporter.
I think it was the.
But it's the way she said it. The way she was like, we actually go all the way back.
Like,
yeah, come on, bitch. No, we don't.
But not like that.
All right. Well, all right. Yeah.
That's the point.
Context.
Yeah,
that's the point. And niggas are talking about because she's a woman.
But that's the thing.
Shut the fuck up.
I would never do that. If I see somebody who I wronged, I'm not acting like we cool.
He didn't wrong her.
Yeah. Listen, I'm talking from L'Oreal's perspective and tying it into our conversation. Yes. You don't know that a reporter was L'Oreal. You act like she's a nobody. Do you know L'Oreal?
No, she's a somebody.
Nigga,
she used to
I don't know L'Oreal, bro. I don't know L'Oreal. That's the shit I put on my face after I shower, nigga.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
All right. We're gonna move past.
That bitch last name Paris,
bro.
What you talking about?
Who do you? Never mind.
That's L'Oreal Paris.
What was I saying?
That's L'Oreal Paris.
What was I about to say? What was I saying?
You was saying some shit about.
I know it's prolific. I'm in a mode.
You was really in it. You was saying something about impressions being the first.
Oh, last impression.
Yeah,
he was saying if that's his last impression, he's ruined. He's not ruined because Joe Budden on his podcast said he's wrong for saying that to a woman.
That's not the point that we were talking about at all. But whatever, I lost it now. If I think of it again, it'll come up. But that was your topic. Why'd you want to bring up? Why
we already got to it. I was like, how would you? Because you're trying to put yourself in a situation where you could one day be Michael B. Jordan.
That's what I was saying.
And then your biggest hater. Yeah.
Now I'm back. That's what I was saying. If I. Not even if. When I get this bag up and I'm on these carpets and I'm doing these movies, if it so happens that I cross paths again with somebody I wronged, I'm never assuming.
Okay.
Stop. I'm never assuming that we are fly. I feel like from your perspective, it's always up with me when you see me. So that's how I'm gonna move until I see that we cool and neutral, and then I'm gonna be cool and then okay. What? Go ahead.
You keep saying that I did wrong. You have to realize that Michael B. Jordan. I'm talking from
L'Oreal perspective of calling him corny in high school. If that was somebody that I said that to, and you know, and I know that I'm not acting like we're fly. That's what I'm saying. If I do something, I'm not acting like we're cool. If I see you again, I'm gonna expect it to be you don't fuck with me because I did this. Unless we adults now and we gonna talk about it. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
That was my point. I'm not saying different.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying then.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
She's got a job to do. That's why, in my opinion, if she just would have said like, "Hey, you know, I'm whatever," and then she never like made it a big deal about them going to high school together, and he came out of his way to say, "Oh yeah, I remember you from high school. You said this." Then that would have been wrong. Yeah. But I understand his reaction because she was part of the shit in high school that he was going up against him. That's why I think it's a pass.
You being a music producer, how would you move like that?
I understand exactly why he did that shit.
I'm saying you understand, but would you?
See, would I? Probably not. But because
probably not. No, probably not. I want to focus on probably.
If we're gonna be honest, I'm just saying because I don't know for certain. I can't tell you for certain what I do. But being me, I'm not a confrontational person. I'd avoid conflict. I don't really like address that type of shit. I like treat myself. If I'm gonna say something like that, I'm gonna treat myself as a professional. If I know I don't fuck with you, but I know you're here to do your job and I am here to do my job, I'm gonna treat you like what we're gonna do our jobs.
Okay,
you know. But
that's what I think Michael B. Jordan should have done.
But if I'm on camera. If I'm on camera and they're somebody that fucking I was in high school and they thought I was ugly and corny and I knew it, and then they try to act like we're cool, like they try to act like we were best friends back then. Yeah, I can't tell you that my body language or my face or I wouldn't go.
Hold on. Jerry, like, don't come on the podcast saying that old ass shit.
What you saying?
don't. Nigga, I want to kick you out.
What did he say?
Nigga, I'm 2 steps from being out.
You didn't hear that? That nigga said you can't fake the funk. You don't get that old ass shit out of here, man.
Well, I'm 29. Shut up.
That really bothered me, bro.
He told that bitch to a sucker MC. Can't sweat the technique. That's a rock kill.
Oh my god, bro. This is the fucking best podcast.
Oh, apologies. I'm sorry. You can't false finesse and shit. I don't know. Use some younger shit.
I'm sorry, Logan. You were cooking.
He was on some shit.
That really bothered me, bro. I could not.
I'm just saying if I were Michael B. Jordan, I know that in that situation, if it were me, I might not say anything. But if they were trying,
you think that was corny?
If they were trying to ride me, if they were trying to ride my high, you know, and act like we was cool. I can't tell you my body language in my face wouldn't be like.
So do you think that was corny? You just said that you would not.
No, I don't think what he did is corny. I understand what he did.
I don't think what he did was corny, no. I can understand it.
I think they're corny for saying that he's corny because it was a woman. That's corny.
Well, let's not podcast about a podcast. The general population is talking about
all of them niggas. Every nigga that has that opinion that I'm saying is corny.
Yeah. Okay.
Not just them. I don't watch their shit.
I think that was corny of Michael B. Jordan in that moment. You know, if you're gonna do something like that, do it off camera. Get your shit off on the side.
Or
she's doing her job.
She should have did her part off camera and been like, "Hey, I'm sure she didn't just walk up to this nigga and be like, "Hey, Michael B. Jordan, remember me?" It was, she went up and talked to him before.
I would not stop at her like if I see her like on the carpet because you ain't talking to every reporter.
No,
I'm not stopping there.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Yeah, if I know. He might not even, but the thing is that he might not even remember that it was her or whatever. He might not even remember or whatever.
No, he in his head thought it was her. If you watch that video and
it probably was her,
he felt like it was a personal attack in that shit.
My point is that if somebody wrongs you and they say that, you know, you're corny as fuck, you're not about to be this, they think you're lame for bringing your headshot to places, they think you're lame for trying to talk to people like you're trying to be an actor, and
maybe that's not why they call
you forget that
is a little
shit.
lame.
Yeah. It is okay, whatever. But here's the point: is at the end of the day, the nigga got what he wanted. He grinded his, and he did what it took.
But listen, that's the part of life. That's the thing that, like, when you early on and you shit talking, you don't think about it. Right. But now, that I'm in a career where I'm trying to climb the ladder, I'm a shit talk niggas, but I'm also look at the nigga to see how I can get higher on my ladder. That nigga can get on his ladder.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, bro, I just think it's dumb. Like, don't be dick eating this nigga on camera when you wasn't really with that nigga when he was actually. Don't try to act like you was with that nigga day one when you obviously were not. That's the point.
Hey, all the dick eaters come my way. If you eat, Logan said, shoot, come my way. Dick eaters, I need them. Hit me up. Tap in.
You gonna come?
If you eat dick, come to talk to Bobby Brown.
Tap in.
Tap in. All right, buddy. I don't think that nigga was corny, dog. I don't think that nigga was corny. If I'm ever on a stage, if I'm ever in LA doing a fucking beat show or whatever,
bro, you about to be out here, bro. Yeah. Listen, when we drop this EP, we gonna be out. We lit. We want on tour.
Y'all doing some shit together?
We could, but we are not right now.
He reluctantly is working. He doesn't want to work with me, but I'm gonna make him.
Why don't you want to work with Bobby?
I don't. It's not that I don't want to work with Bobby. It's I be working fucking my job and shit. I don't be working with myself, nigga. What the fuck you talking about?
I'm trying to make this
for SMT.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make us millionaires before he got to do more job stuff because then he can leave them, and But if they take off first, then
so he'll be your pip. You'll be T-Pain. He'll be your pip if you watch the Nappy Boy radio show.
I watched the show.
Okay, he'll be pip. Yeah. So you bring on what you are.
I mean, he gonna have his own bag. He flying me out. The fuck?
Oh shit! Well, you be pip.
This is all front loading. No, I'm kidding. What else we got, gentlemen? We've been podding for forever. I could keep going, but we gonna be back here on Sunday. So
I'm not gonna be back here. We're gonna have to record late if we do Sunday.
Episode we got an episode regular scheduled again before, and I leave for Vegas that Monday. So
you going back to Vegas?
If we do a Sunday, we gotta do it like this time.
We can talk about that on another podcast.
Okay.
I have one question.
I'll tell you right now. I don't got
what you got. What you got for content?
How was your flight?
My first time flying? Oh man, I'll try to make this short and sweet. First of all, it wasn't scary at all. I thought I was gonna be scared and nervous. I wasn't. It was straight. I looked out the window the whole time.
Nice.
Like I watched everything happen. You know what I mean? The only time I was scared was when we were flying through the motherfucking clouds, bro. Because I was like, if I can't see, I know the nigga up front can't see nothing. I need my pilots to see, nigga.
What's gonna be up there?
You know they don't look out the window when they fly.
Other planes, birds, nigga. I don't know.
They got radar in that bitch.
Yeah, they use
eyes is the best radar, nigga. I don't need.
Nigga, radar can see some shit, bro. Thousands of miles in another direction, nigga. That eyes is not the best radar.
You know what's crazy? Whenever I go through the clouds, I always think about Kobe Bryant. I'm like, yeah, I can see how that.
Nigga,
I can see how this is.
Hey, I was in the whole. Nigga, I was so much more of a Christian up there, bruh. Shout out to God for getting us. You know what I mean? I was like, hey man, let's just make the trip worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Because listen, I'm thinking that like this is the biggest thing ever for me, bruh. If I die on my way to my dream opportunity,
that's a good ass story.
Even though this is early on in my career,
that's a good story. I'm telling this bitch.
Like, that would be an opportunity that. Like,
what's up, guys?
This story would have never happened. That would have been an opportunity that nobody would have ever knew. But you would have heard about it if
you would have been La Bamba out this bitch. We would have had a good ass.
The flight back, the flight there was straight. The flight back was worse because it was raining and nighttime and worse weather and more turbulence. So I didn't like that.
You want to talk about dick eaters coming out, bro? If you would have died on that plane,
what?
Oh, you won't even know how many dick eaters would have been out. They're like, Bobby, I remember his first show at the Comedy Zone. He always made me laugh. He was such a funny guy.
And you've been to more of the other shows than anybody else. And then they would have had 13 people at that bitch.
And they would have had a camera on me, and they would have been like, I remember Bobby back in high school, funny joke. And I'd have been like, oh yeah, back when you was calling that nigga. And that's what I think you would want me to do in that situation if a nigga was trying to gas you
but listen,
after you died.
For every yin, there's a yang. You know who was also at that funeral? The niggas who was waiting on me to die. The niggas who coming back to make it's niggas out there trying to outlive the person that you.
Oh, that was the best thing. I worked in my restaurant job. One of the OGs, bro. Shout out to my nigga Mel. I know he don't watch this shit, but he should. He's funny as fuck. But that was my nigga dog. I used to go into my restaurant job and talk to my GM, and that nigga just didn't respect me as a human being. We keep it short. Yeah. And then I remember going outside. I was just pissed off. I remember smoking. I asked Mel for cigarettes back when I smoked. I smoke a cigarette. And he's smoking. He's like, listen, man, don't let that old man get to you. He's like, listen, you got to think about it like this. He's like, in the next 20 years, that motherfucker gonna be dead for 50 years.
He's like, crazy.
He's like, so you really don't even gotta worry about it. He's like, by the time you hit his age, he gonna have been dead for 70 fucking years.
Yeah.
And at that point, don't even worry about it. And I was like, Man, Mel, that really just put this whole shit into perspective. That should put life in this perspective for me. I'm not gonna let niggas that I'm gonna outlive bother me.
Yeah.
Hey, I think this is funny. I just got this while you're talking about that.
That's what I'm saying. No, bro. Come on, dog. We talk about it off camera. It's off camera conversation.
Off camera
conversation.
But listen, nigga, we live. Hey, what's the? I don't fish, nigga.
This nigga Bobby said. Dick. All the dick eaters come out.
Yo,
tap in, and then
immediately.
and then it's like,
This nigga put out a smoke signal.
That's crazy.
God is working.
I didn't even think about that.
He works in
I thought
mysterious
you were talking
ways.
about people spinning the block for coffee. Yo, if she an eater, what? Yo. This is the best podcast in the world, man. Hey, shout out everybody out there listening to the Writers Block podcast, man. Please tell people about us. Tell people we here. All right. I feel like after this experience, man, now it's for real, bro. Like now, I'm taking myself a lot more serious. I'm taking this pod a lot more serious. I was taking it serious before, but now I know that I'm in the game, bro.
Yeah.
Like now I know
It's
I'm
real
in the
now.
game,
It's
and
real.
I've seen what's possible and what's doable. You know, all the way here in Jacksonville, it's not as glamorous. It's not you're not really as connected.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing this shit with like, okay, what the fuck is out there, not knowing. But now I've seen and I got a foot in the door, bro. And I think, you know, with what we do, you know, us networking, me, Jerry, Logan, you being here, doing what you do, Illa's producer, who also has a show coming up.
I do.
We can talk about it Sunday. I'm sorry.
It's quick. It's no big deal. We ain't gotta talk about it.
Can I ask you one thing?
What's up,
So
Jerry?
remember the first time I did the podcast with you and Logan, we were talking about
Yeah.
stand up, and I said I don't like to do open mics.
Yeah.
In Jacksonville.
Yes.
Does that make sense now? Now that you've been to LA, to a comedy city, and you've seen it.
Yeah, I've stopped doing open mics.
Okay.
I'm being honest with you. I stopped going as much. Not stopped doing. I'm gonna go back eventually to work out. But for the last, I ain't gonna lie. For the last like maybe like 3 or 4 months, like you were saying, I write jokes every day, and where I don't. I stopped I was just getting ready for this.
Yeah, that's y'all's gym.
I do our show, but that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. Like what we do here, I still feel prepared when I go to do those shows.
Doing the podcast?
I still, even when I'm not up there, I'm exercising my brain. I'm in a comedy mode all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not just a comedian up there anymore. I'm a comedian in life now. And I think like that all the time now. And it's so...
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know what I mean?
See, here's like the meat and
Does that make
potatoes
sense?
of your craft. This is the meat. This is the chunk. This is like where the real work is. This is the you in the gym
this is
shooting
how I'm
jumpers.
building. This is
Nigga.
how I'm building. I'll be back. Like now that I got something to go back for, and now that I know what I'm working towards. But that was did that answer your question?
Yeah, no, that was good because
Okay.
I was curious. I was like, now that you went to a comedy city,
Yeah.
because I went to Atlanta and I came back and said that to myself, like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing a fucking open mic.
Like-
You come back to Jacksonville,
yeah.
it's like, poor, this poor ass shit.
Yeah, I
Look
can
at this.
tell that some of those people were even using that, working out their new material.
Yeah,
and then they
for
had
sure.
a spot 20 minutes away and over in the next damn West Hollywood or whatever
Yeah.
at Comedy Store doing another and that's like, okay, this is their mic.
Yeah,
this
is where they
fucking-
work out
how
at.
do I become these people? Was my mindset of it. Logan, you got a show coming up here in the city. I'm out of town. I'm leaving for Vegas. Unfortunately, I will be missing it, but y'all need to go watch and support and
March
bang your
9th,
damn
Justice
heads.
Pub.
Bang your motherfucking heads to my brother's shit and rock with him.
You out there with the niggas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Yeah,
open-
so
open-
tell people where you at. Where you at?
We open at Justice Pub. It's on East Bay Street downtown. If you're in Jacksonville, come out. I'm opening for Rap Ferreira, and it's gonna be me and my dog Malik, the Black Toilet.
Yeah.
On Acid, my boy Ricky, and a couple other openers.
Nice.
I've never met them, but I'm hoping to meet them and hopefully
how it starts.
talk to Rap Ferreira. Last time I did a show at Justice Pub, it was for Homeboy Sandman. Is another. He's around the same level of rapper as an underground, and I got to talk to him and actually I gave him some music and stuff. We linked to all the stuff, got emails and everything. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
So similar experiences to y'all. But yeah, come out if y'all want to come out. It's March 9th at Justice Pub. It's going to be fire.
Ain't no come on if you want. Hey, go see my dog, man.
Yeah, you ain't doing shit on Thursday night.
Just like I'm doing out here working in the damn comedy streets, bro. Logan's doing his thing and moving, shaking, and grinding in music. So whatever I can do to help, I wish I could be there, but this is why you got to book more stuff. All right,
That's
when
really
I come
what it
back.
is.
Yeah, you got to book
stuff.
more. Yeah. Be outside. You talking about me doing open
Nah, I'm
mic,
trying to get
Jerry.
like you,
I'm
nigga.
trying to get him doing open mic.
I'm trying to get like you.
I told you, we all alike, bro. Like I'm saying, I'm working, you gotta work.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm working, you gotta work. This doesn't work, we both ain't working.
You're spitting. I mean, you're spitting facts. Yeah.
And work begets work, so shut your ass up and work.
I don't got nothing else to say, man. I'm trying to find a song to end this motherfucker. We had a great ass episode.
I think that if I can make a request, there's one song that I think that's giving me you right now.
What's up?
It's Kanye. I don't know if you fuck with Kanye.
What is it?
But I just feel like I can't tell you shit right now because you that nigga. Like I just feel like can't nobody tell you nothing.
Yeah, I started the pod with Kanye.
Oh, okay.
Is it like,
do your thing. Do your thing.
That was the energy I was giving out. You know what I mean? But I mean it all with love. You know what I'm saying? I mean I'm moving all with love.
Yeah.
And honesty, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to make it all sappy.
Yeah, for
you know what I mean? But I mean, should I do it? Should I play Kanye? I was gonna go with some Nipsey Hussle because I was out in LA. You know what I mean?
Play some Nip, man.
Yeah, listening to Nipsey in LA felt different. I ain't gonna lie. It felt like, nigga, I was out there. That's how the motor. You know, let me see what I want to play.
Should have listened to some Pac.
I feel like in this room we gotta do a benediction before we go. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody need to pray.
Somebody, all right, Logan, you want to lead us in prayer before we get out?
You asked the wrong nigga.
Yeah, no, I asked the right person. I asked you on purpose.
This nigga said benediction. I was like, nigga, I do not like ice cream. Nah. I don't know what the fuck that is.
All right, I got it. Listen, man, if you listening with us still, I love you. I appreciate you. Bow your heads. We got a quick prayer before we get out of it. Even if you're driving, bow your heads. It's going to be Lord, Father God, please help the Writer's Block make millions of dollars and get us on these podcasting charts. I ask that you bless Bobby's comedy career, Logan's music career, and Jerry the Great's comedy, music, and entertainment career. All of us on our damn grinds. And bless everybody listening to this podcast, listen to these cards, and please, and most importantly, God, let us be more successful than the niggas who don't fuck with us. Amen.
All right, God, an air horn.
Prayer with the air horn is so crazy. Wake that nigga God up. God, wake up. We talking to you.
I tried to play the song on my damn Bluetooth. See, this is why I hate putting it out there. Hey, God fuck with air horns. He made them. All right, here we go, man. This how I was feeling out there and how I was feeling. You know, I'm gonna skip forward. Here we go.